staying with school news now, and today is the last day for Matrics to register for supplementary exams. Now, that's for those pupils who failed or are unhappy with their results. Well, here to tell us more about this process is Basic Education spokesperson Elijah Mhlanga. But that is not the good news I was talking about earlier, Elijah. We do have something to celebrate. It happened just a short while ago, and I've got the info here on my phone. We're talking about South African schools' moot team, and we did something wonderful in Poland.
Yes, absolutely. The South African learners who are representing the whole country there at The Hague in Netherlands have won this year's competition, the International Moot Court competition. And yeah, to us it's a big thing. I mean, they beat the US. You would expect that the United States of America would have some brilliant minds. I
mean, from all the legal dramas that we've seen, yeah.
Exactly.
And this is a competition to do with the law, am I right?
Yes, it's got to do with the law, and we have the Human Rights Commission involved, the Department of Justice as well as Education will work together to run it here internally in the country, and then we go overseas. And we've been in that type of position for some time, but I think for us to win it this time, it's a real big deal because it's learners who come from rural schools in the Eastern Cape and KZN. So it's a really, really big deal.
Okay, so the future of law in the country, maybe future corruption busters, we could say. Wonderful. I can cross my fingers, Elijah. Okay, let's talk about now those who are not happy with their results, with their matric results, and they want to apply to write those subs. The deadline is today. If they haven't done so by now, is it over? Is it done?
Today is the deadline when we expect them to have registered, and we expect that they would have done so. Because we had some 23,000 candidates who didn't write exams, even though they registered. Some started writing, and some of them did not complete for all sorts of reasons. So it is those people that we are giving the second opportunity to write the exam. So we don't call it supplementary exams anymore because it's a fully fledged examination that is happening in the middle of the year, and you can write all your subjects. Supplementary meant you could only write those that you failed.
Oh, forgive me, I went to school a very long time ago, Elijah. Very long. It was known as supplement. So you're writing, you're not just writing certain subjects? Do you have to do everything all over again?
It's up to you. It's up to you. So that's the good thing about it, that you can write any number of subjects. If you want to rewrite the whole exam, you can do that. But if you want to focus on those that you're not happy with, you can do so as well. What we'll do is to support you and make sure that you are in a very good position for you to pass this time around, because you would have learned from your mistakes and you would have now prepared based on that. So we hope that it will help them.
So, I mean, what would be the criteria? Okay, obviously, I would understand those who failed, those who didn't do well in certain subjects. Say, for example, we have an overachiever, somebody who got 79 and thought they should get 80 or 90. Could they try again?
They could. That's the good thing with this one. We call it multiple examinations opportunity because you can use all these opportunities to write the exam for any purpose that you want to use it for. So that's where we are as a department. We are saying more people, more opportunities to write matric exam, because we want to make sure that all those who have never reached matric are able to do so. That's why if you look at the criteria, we're saying that even if you are 21 and you have never reached matric but passed grade 9, at this point, with all that you've gone through, you should have learned enough that you should be able to register to write matric.
So you can write these exams this time around?
Yes, you can register and write, yeah. Remember,
no matter how long ago you might have dropped out or didn't make it.
And that's a very important point, because there are some people who are asking us, I last wrote in 1997, can I write now? Or I last wrote. Yeah, because we've come across a lot of those people who didn't pass matric but went on to get jobs, and they worked, and now they realize that they need the matric certificate.
But obviously curriculums have changed since then, so they would have a lot of catching up to do. So
absolutely,
that's a bit of a challenge.
But we are there to help, and we've got videos and other material that will assist them. Yes, so it will help them, and it's free. And we say to them that if you are near a district office or a teacher center, you are going to be able to access all the material that's on the internet and listen to it or view the videos for free.
Okay, and I suppose a lot of them who want to do this, like you say, even if you got 90 and you thought you deserved 100 and you get that, what happens to those marks? Especially, I mean, those who are looking to be accepted into a certain institution. I'm assuming they're going to have to wait now for the next round, which is end of this year, but these marks will count.
Yes, this marks will count. What we do, we take the last mark, which is the top one. So if your marks drop, we take the highest.
The higher one.
Yeah, so that's what we that's what we do. It's really about giving people an advantage rather than putting them in a disadvantageous position. So.
And when do they write these?
in May and June, and the results out in August. So we are giving them more time to prepare for the exam, because if you had a problem of any type, how we help you is to give you more time for you to do that. That's why we removed it from February, which never used to give people...
just be February, March.
Yeah, because in January you get your results, in February you write again, you're still not ready. So now we said, let's move it into the middle of the year and then open it up for all kinds of people to come back and write.
So is the deadline, was it 5 o'clock today or is it midnight? Like Brexit? What is it?
No, it's midnight, because we also have an online registration process. Yeah.
Okay, so if you missed it, go online. And if, I suppose I'm going to give out Elijah's phone number. I'm kidding. I'm not, but that's okay. Thank you so much, Elijah. And thanks for bringing us the good news of our win there in Poland. And yes, if you fail or you're not happy with your results, you have until midnight tonight. Get online and apply to write these exams.